大家好，欢迎来到我们的股市简报节目。今天的内容可谓是激动人心，年度私募冠军即将揭晓，究竟是稳健的 CTA 策略还是顽强的股票策略能够逆袭成功？目前 CTA 策略以 12.25% 的收益率暂时领跑，股票策略紧随其后，仅差 0.94%。然而，股票策略的表现可谓跌宕起伏，年初时一度陷入低谷，但随着 A 股的反弹，似乎重燃了希望。不仅如此，白酒行业的巨头贵州茅台以豪气回购与分红让投资者雀跃不已。然而市场需求的波动却不容小觑，茅台的价格也跟着起伏，显示出行业内部的结构性问题。而在杭州湾，威华新材的董事长以惊人的价格捡漏6000平米的房产，引发了投资者的热烈讨论与质疑。这场亲密交易是否涉嫌利益输送，成为焦点。面对这些挑战与机会，我们不禁要问，2024年股市究竟会朝哪个方向发展？各大策略如何在竞争中生存并逆转乾坤？请大家继续收看详细内容。
In this lively chat about the 2024 year-end private equity performance, we've got the CTA, Commodity Trading Advisors, strategy leading the pack, with stock strategies hot on its heels. It's like watching a tight race, where CTA strategies are currently pulling ahead with an impressive average return of 12.25% as of December 20th, according to privateeronking.com. This is akin to discovering a hidden gem or a discount on your favorite chocolate in a store and capitalizing on it. Now, why is CTA strategy doing so well? It seems the golden opportunities, quite literally in the form of gold, played a big role. This market trend offered futures private equity managers plenty of chances to score big, just like stumbling upon a sale and loading up your cart. Meanwhile, stock strategies haven't been idle either. They've posted an average yield of 11.31%, which is no small feat, trailing CTA by just under a percentage point. It's like that intense game where one player is almost, but not quite, catching up to the leader. The stock strategy, however, has been a roller coaster this year. The early months were nothing short of a disaster, a deep pit if you will, and just when things seemed to be looking up, a long adjustment period hit. Only after a significant rebound in the A-share market at the end of September did things start to turn around. It's like a video game where you're nearly out for the count, but then you pull off an epic comeback in the final moments. Now let's glance at the multi-asset strategies and combination funds. They're holding their own well too. With average returns of 10.93% and 10.17%, respectively, and bond strategies at 8.13%, it feels like a classroom where everyone is striving for top marks. Sure, some may lag slightly, but the overall spirit is one of determined enthusiasm. Speaking of performance, the disparity within stock strategy itself is like night and day. Some managers are just crushing it, while others are not having their best year. For example, index enhancement strategies seem to be locking in the 2024 win with an average return of 15.02%, outshining the subjective long strategy's 11.15% average return. It's like having one student ace the test with a perfect score while another just scrapes by. Even among well-known subjective stock private equity firms, the performance has been a mixed bag. For instance, products from firms like Orient Harbor and Huashan Hashin have yielded over 50% returns this year, whereas others have seen declines exceeding 20%. It's like watching a sports match where the leading player suddenly stumbles, allowing the trailing one to take the lead, a real nail-biter. As we move into the year-end, it's also strategy conference season for private equity firms. Kingaquin Capital's strategy conference notes that the market consensus is to respond to changes with consistency, following a significant valuation repair in China's stock market. Sounds like lofty talk, but it's all about staying calm and adaptive. Kingaquin also sees A-shares as strong with a better cost-performance ratio for Hong Kong stocks. The future investment directions they suggest include industries and leading companies benefiting from the AI wave, those with prominent global manufacturing advantages, and those with strong resource and dividend attributes. It's all about making those smart alphabets. All in all, the race for the 2024 private equity champion is thrilling, with everyone cheering for their favorite strategy. Let's see who gets to pop the champagne at the end. Switching gears to the intoxicating world of liquor, Guizhou茅台, the star of the white spirit industry, has just pulled another stunning move. After announcing a whopping 300 billion yuan midterm dividend on December 13th, they've now launched a share buyback plan ranging from 30 to 60 billion yuan, to be entirely cancelled. Talk about making shareholders grin from ear to ear. Since 2015,茅台has handed out 274 billion yuan in dividends, making it the generous uncle of the A-share market. In the golden track of the liquor industry, investors find it hard to find an equal where the low input yields such high returns. With ample free cash flow, most of the earnings are distributed to shareholders, cementing Mautai's status as a dazzling star, the shining superstar of the liquor world. Yet this year, Mautai's terminal price has been on a roller coaster. The price of Feiqian Mautai plunged below 2,000 yuan per bottle at one point, a steep drop from the early year's 2,700 yuan. By September it was down to 2,350 yuan, October saw it at 2,150 yuan, and December 22 marked it at 2,250 yuan. It's like riding a roller coaster, ups and downs keeping everyone on the edge of their seats. Despite the current market price being a distance away from Mautai's latest factory price of 1,169 yuan and the guided retail price of 1,499 yuan, concerns about the moat around Mautai remain. Consequently, Mautai's stock price was also on a downslide from May to September, keeping investors on tenterhooks. Brokerage analysis attributes the fluctuation in Feiqian Mautai prices mainly to factors like e-commerce promotions, market demand, and supply policies. But at the core, it's the waning consumer market demand. With recent years showing sluggish consumption and declining social retail data, like Beijing's social retail sales dropping by 14.1% in November and Shanghai's by 14.3%, the struggle is real. Part of this decline is due to Double 11 sales moving to October, but even looking at the cumulative period from January to November, Beijing and Shanghai's consumption fell by 2.8% and 3.1% year-on-year, respectively. The liquor industry isn't immune either. The first 3 quarters of 2024 saw liquor-listed companies' revenue and net profit at 337.7 billion and 131.7 billion yuan. While this seems like growth, it's a double-edged sword, revealing underlying challenges. Various leading indicators suggest that the liquor market is slowly declining. Falling product terminal prices, reduced advance receipts, increased accounts receivable, and narrower downstream distributor profits are all red flags. For instance, the liquor industry's receivables surged in the first quarter of this year, signaling weaker downstream demand. Looking at the financial data of first-tier distributors like Huaji Wine Shop for Guizhou Mautai and Wuliangye, since 2022, there's been a consistent trend of year-on-year performance declines. In the third quarter of this year, Huaji Wine Shop's revenue plummeted by 21%, with a net profit decline of 84%, which is heartbreaking. On the bright side, while the overall revenue and net profit of the liquor industry are growing, internal structures reveal sharp contrasts. High-end liquor is less impacted by weak consumption, while sub-high-end and regional liquors take the brunt. High-end liquor continues steady growth, with Guizhou Mautai leveraging its strong brand resilience and demand to maintain double-digit growth in income and profit. According to Huaxin Securities report, the revenue growth rate for the first 3 quarters of 2024 ranks high-end liquor, sub-high-end liquor, regional liquor, with net profit growth reflecting the same pattern. Mautai leads the high-end liquor sector in both revenue and profit growth, earning admiration. In short, the logic of the liquor industry hasn't wavered. The high-end trio of Mautai, Wuliangye, and Luzhou Laojiao rake in 65% of the industry's profit, with Mautai alone capturing nearly half. It stands as the super giant in the liquor world, firmly entrenched as the last bastion in this consumer winter. Now let's hop over to the real estate chaos in Hangzhou Bay, where a property was sold at an astonishingly low price of 2,000 million yuan for a sprawling 6,000 square meters. This jaw-dropping deal translates to just 3,267 yuan per square meter, leaving investors flabbergasted and storming the forums with questions. It's like finding a unicorn priced at a thrift store. Here's the scoop. Weihua New Material 603310.sh, the company involved, agreed to sell 2 properties in Shangyu District, Shaoxing City, to their chairman, Wu Jiangwei. Yes, you heard that right, the chairman. Talk about a cozy transaction, since Wu Jiangwei is the actual controller of the company, holding a 34.71% stake. According to the announcement, Weihua New Material based the transaction on an appraisal report by Zhejiang Tianhui Real Estate Asset Appraisal Company, Limited, which valued it at 2,007.78 million yuan. They decided to sell it for a cool 2,000 million yuan, a discount that saves Wu Jiangwei 7.78 million yuan, a steal that would make anyone smile. But investors aren't buying it. They flock to online forums questioning, why not open bidding? I'd pay 3,500 yuan per square meter for that. Others jested, the chairman buys the property, rents it back to the company, and earns 10 million yuan annually. Talk about easy money. Indeed, it's a prime opportunity for interest transfer, with everyone calculating the potential gains. Some investors argue that the property's location is less than ideal, surrounded by chemical park housing, essentially employee dormitories. So, at 3,267 yuan per square meter, it's already a decent deal. Others remark that in the outskirts of Shangyu, selling property at 3,000 yuan per square meter is reasonable. It seems everyone has done their homework. After some sleuthing, I found that the area around Shandong Garden is indeed a factory zone, with satellite imagery showing chemical plants all around, a real industrial park vibe. Shandong Garden has no second-hand homes for sale, only rental listings, indicating limited market liquidity. As for the rental market, Shandong Garden sees a bustling demand with a good premium, such as a 112 property renting at an asking price of 48,480 yuan annually, but closing at 80,000 yuan. So while home sales might be sluggish, rental seems lucrative. But the question remains, is Weihua New Materials deal with the chairman a case of transferring benefits? The company's financials aren't too rosy either, with operating income down by 34.71% and net profit for the parent down by 57.14%. Some speculate this property transfer might be a smart move to beautify the financial reports, clever indeed. In conclusion, this property scoop at 3,267 yuan per square meter, snagged by the chairman, leaves everyone pondering and questioning, with investors' voices resounding through forums. We're all watching how this real estate storm unfolds, hoping it serves as a lesson. After all, investing isn't child's play.
欢迎大家进入6度探索的辩论环节。我们从正反两个角度对本节目进行辩论，请出我们的辩论高手楚天舒、谢琪琪。
我是楚天舒。
我是谢琪琪。
哈哈，私募年度冠军之争真是让人激动不已。CTA 策略一路领跑，这可不是随便说说的。简单来说 ，CTA 策略就像是一位擅长判断市场大势的骑士，抓住了黄金等品种的上涨机会，赢得了投资者的青睐。根据私募排排网的数据 ，CTA 策略的收益均值高达 12.25%， 比股票策略还略胜一筹。这样的表现，难道不值得我们为之喝彩吗？股票策略虽然紧随其后，但波折不断，年初的大坑让人心惊肉跳，幸好在 A 股反弹时才得抓住了翻身的机会。这股热血沸腾的逆袭，虽然感人，却也显得 CTA 的稳定性更为突出。
得了吧，楚天舒 ，CTA 策略再怎么稳如老狗，股票策略可一直在紧咬不放，差距不过1个百分点。股票市场可是千变万化的战场，谁能真正预料到最后的胜者呢？历史上多少次股票市场以大反弹逆袭，正如股神巴菲特所说，别人恐惧时，我贪婪。况且，股票策略在这波调整中，得益于9月底 A 股反弹，一路扭转乾坤，就好像在游戏中被逼到绝境的角色，反而爆发出无限潜力。至于 CTA，那些所谓的稳定，不过是靠着少数品种的单边行情，没准明年就没这么好运了。
说到贵州茅台，我不得不夸夸这家公司的资本运作能力。300亿分红后，又来个30亿到60亿的回购计划，简直是白酒行业的超级明星。自2015年以来，茅台分红2740亿，真是个大方的老板。股东们笑得合不拢嘴了吧？虽然飞天茅台价格波动，但市场总会有起伏，正如历史上许多强势品牌一样，茅台凭借品牌韧性和市场需求的支撑，依然能保持稳健增长。高端白酒市场中，茅台可是笑傲江湖，谁又能撼动它的地位呢？这才是真正的市场霸主，继续屹立不倒。
楚天舒，你这茅台粉丝滤镜可真不小。茅台终端价格跌得像过山车，股价一度跌跌不休，可不是凭空而来的。根据券商分析，电商大促，市场需求不足，造成了飞天茅台价格波动。更何况消费市场低迷，白酒行业的应收账款急剧增长，说明下游需求正在疲软。这种情况下，茅台的高光表现或许只是暂时的表象。再看看上市公司华智酒行的业绩连续下滑，这些信号不容忽视。茅台再强，在消费市场用消费者的口袋投票时，也得乖乖听话。
杭州湾房子以2000万卖掉，董事长捡漏6000平，这真是个机遇呀！投资者们都在炸锅，但且慢，先不说周边环境如何，这可是个难得的机会。 价格低也许是因为地处化工园区，毕竟投资眼光独到者往往能在不被看好的地方获得意外之喜。无论如何，这次交易在一定程度上提升了威华新材的财务表现，或许正是公司用来优化资产结构的明智之举。就像历史上很多精明的投资者，在别人不看好的时候敢于出手，勇者才能获利。
哎呀，楚天舒，你这话可说得轻巧。董事长吴江伟这次捡漏，真是让人怀疑背后的利益输送。投资者们有理由质疑，这样的亲密交易为什么不公开招标？更何况，威华新材的业绩下滑，转让房产，或许只是为了美化财报。这种聪明操作，看似提升了短期数据，却掩盖不了公司经营环境的恶化。再说，那片区域如你所言，旁边都是化工厂，房子租金溢价也不代表价值提升。投资者可不是傻子，大家都在关注，毕竟透明公正才是市场健康的根本。
我是评委合理，我想对两位精彩的辩论做出评论。楚天舒与谢琪琪的辩论展现了两种截然不同的投资策略观点，彼此之间的激烈讨论不仅反映了当前市场状况，也引发了对未来投资趋势的深思。楚天舒的立场坚定，他强调 CTA 策略的稳定性和收益潜力，通过数据支持其论点，指出 CTA 策略在市场波动中的表现优于股票策略。这种类比无疑是成功的，因为在当前不确定的市场环境中，稳定性确实是投资者所需的。然而，他对股票策略的轻视似乎缺乏全面性，忽略了股票市场在长期中可能的超额收益。楚天舒的辩论略显单一，未能充分考虑到股票市场的波动性和机会。谢琪琪则以灵活多变的思维反驳楚天舒，指出股票市场的反弹潜力和历史上逆转的案例。他引用巴菲特的名言，强调在恐惧和不确定中寻找机会，增添了其观点的说服力。他对茅台及威华新材的分析也显示了他对市场动态的深刻理解，尤其是关于消费市场疲软所带来的潜在风险。谢琪琪的论点更具批判性，提醒投资者在追求短期数据美化的同时，需关注长期的实质性业务表现。总结来看，楚天舒的辩论虽然在数据支持方面显得强而有力，但欠缺了对市场潜在风险的全面分析。而谢琪琪则提供了更为全面的视角，强调市场环境和公司内部经营的重要性。在这场辩论中，楚天舒代表了对稳定收益的追求，而谢琪琪则提醒我们，投资需具备灵活应变的能力和对潜在风险的敏感性。这场辩论不仅展现了两位参赛者的思维深度和市场洞察力，也启示我们在投资决策中需兼顾稳定与灵活，才能在瞬息万变的市场中立于不败之地。
思想先驱报，成为有洞察力的人。华尔街电视特别节目，纽约时间每天早上8点，李奇博士主持，和平评点。谢谢大家收看6度探索。这是一个由科学家、经济学家、媒体人、工程技术人员合作建立的新型媒体，网友与6度 AI 参与合作完成各种内容，这些内容不能作为任何决策或法律的意见。这是一个新型的试验性媒体方式，我们希望得到大家的支持，修正错误。网友可以参与讨论，也可以向万能的6博士提出你能想出的任何问题。6度世界网址是6度 World。请介绍给你的亲朋好友。
Morning sunlight on the street, city whispers soft and sweet, faces mix in daily grind, every story intertwined, cultures blend like colors bright, languages in the silent night. On the table, stories told, food and feast upon so bold. People living day by day, in the heart they find their way, sharing moments Society and rhythms beat, entertainment's fleeting heat, echoes of wars and fears, laughing through our unseen tears. Children playing in the park, drawing dreams till after dark. Elders speak of days gone by, washing shadows from the sky. People living day by day, in the heart they find their way, sharing moments, voices sing, in this world of everything. Society